European integration is the result of a specific historical circumstances. It is not the result of any predetermined political or economic planning. These historical circumstances have always involved Germany in particular. For the European coal and steel community, it was American and British promotion of Germany's normalization in political and economic terms. This happened in a context of Cold War, which triggered France to come up with the supranational concept. For the European economic community, it was the increasing West European trade dependence over the German economy what led to the European Customs Union to be administered in common. For the European Union, it was the reunification of the two Cold War Germanys in 1990 which led to set up a new institutional basis to frame relations with the emergent power in Europe. For the single currency, it was German monetary policy and institutions which served as template for the common European monetary policy and institutions. Germany, as of today, is recognized by all observers as the leading power within Europe. The question is that apparently Germany is reluctant to exercise the role of leader. This, in turn, seems to be keeping the European Union in present crisis. My view is that any leadership from and by Germany has strong limitations to be effective. First of all, the European Union is a supranational body which cannot be governed by or from any single nation. Germany would always need the votes of all the partners in the Council in order to make proposals that the European Commission would translate into legislation in accordance with existing treaties, and the European Parliament would need to approve in most cases. Even if Germany would be able to control the Council, which I can hardly see how, it would never have full control over the European Commission and the European Parliament. For the European Union to be governed from Berlin, it would have to move from the supranational to the intergovernmental level. This is already happening, unfortunately. If Germany and other European Union members push the European Union into the intergovernmental direction to its full extent, I can anticipate to you that the Union would be fatally contested by public opinions across the continent. Secondly, European integration has produced such entanglement between Germany and the rest of the members of the European Union that Germany, as an independent entity, does no longer exist. Germany does not have its own currency, its own market regulation, its own commercial policy, and control over its own frontiers. Historical leadership has always required great autonomy with respect to the rest of the world upon which leadership was going to be exercised. In the case of Germany, as of today, this autonomy simply does not exist. Thirdly, for at least one more generation, if not two, Germany will never be able to exercise the sort of moral component that any effective leadership requires due to its Nazi past. Germany's cruel past provides an easy scapegoat, which is very effective in public opinion terms. During the present crisis, in which Germany is the main creditor among the Eurozone member states, the German Chancellor has been represented as the incarnation of Adolf Hitler, and Germany as willing to occupy some European countries through punitive loans rather than by military means, as in 1939-1944. Quite unfortunately, Germany's past strongly limits any future German leadership. And finally, Germany is a country with great problems, for the solution of which has neither a clear short-term answer nor a clear long-term strategy. Let me list some of these problems. In demographic terms, the German population is aging very rapidly, but the country does not have a clear immigration policy. Internal contestation is increasing. Germany is sick of austerity herself. For the last 15 years, real salaries have stagnated, and many jobs have extended so much that 8 million people live on the verge of poverty. Despite full employment, social cohesion is under great tension. Germany does not invest as it should in basic infrastructures, be it in education, research, hospitals, or transportation. As of today, public investment in Germany is below public investment in Spain, when Spain was in the midst of its recession. In other words, the gigantic surplus accumulated by Germany, around 6-7% of its GDP per year, is not used to expand demand in Germany of European Union products and services. The neutralization of such wealth serves no purpose, either for Germany, Europe, or the rest of the world economy. Germany is reluctant to implement the resort of structural reforms it requests to its partners. Since the hard reforms of 2003-2005, Germany has not realized any institutional fine-tuning. 15 years of institutional paralysis. Germany's foreign and energy dependence represents a gigantic strategic vulnerability for herself and the European Union as a whole. The annexation of Crimea by Russia has just revealed these facts. As of today, Germany imports 36% of its total natural gas imports and 39% of its oil imports from Russia. Such energy dependence has strongly conditioned Germany's relationship with Russia and thus impeded the European Union to develop a proper common energy policy with a strategy of source diversification. The list of German vulnerabilities could go on and on for long. The collective recognition of the prominence of Germany among the member states involved in European integration does not automatically invest Germany with the rope of leadership. Most of the problems that Germany suffers as of today, as well as most of the problems that the rest of the members of the European Union go through at the moment, can best and perhaps only be solved through classic collective action on the supranational level in the fields of immigration, energy, and institutional reforms. As in the past, Germany should understand that its full potential could best be achieved through European integration. European integration does not need or require leaders, but a well-functioning supranational structure.